Basic Math, Chapter 10, Section 7, Multiplying Decimals. Look at the grid. The green part shows 3/10 times 8/10. Remember, factors are the numbers multiplied to get a product. Multiply decimals the way you would multiply whole numbers. The number of decimal places in the product is equal to the sum of the number of decimal places in the factors. Examples will help. Multiply 15 and 34 hundredths times 4 and 2/10. So step one is to just multiply. Put the first number on top, put the second number underneath, and then you multiply the 2 times the 1534. Then you put a 0 to move over and multiply 4 times 1534. Then add the two partial products together. Now step 2 is to count the decimal places. In 15 and 34 hundredths, there are 2 decimal places because there are 2 digits to the right of the decimal place. 4 and 2/10 has 1 decimal place because there's only 1 digit to the right of the decimal place. So 2 plus 1 is 3 decimal places. So after you've done the math, you count the decimal places, then you start from the right and move over to the left by the number of decimal places in the 2 factors, in this case 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then you put the decimal place there. The product of 15 and 34 hundredths and 4 and 2/10 is 64 and 428 thousandths. Sometimes you need to place zeros in the product. For example 2, multiply 9 hundredths times 7 hundredths. So 9 times 7 is the math. That's 63. Step 2, count those decimal places. There's 2 for 9 hundredths, and 2 for 7 hundredths. 2 plus 2 is 4. So our answer needs 4 decimal places, but there's only 2 digits in 63, so we need to write zeros. So we start on the right side and move over 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we add in the zeros so we can keep moving, then put the decimal place. All right, let's focus on placing the decimal point in the product. The multiplication is done already. They have the number answer of the 2 multiplied factors. So we have our product, we just don't have the decimal point. So let's count our decimal points. We have 1, 2, 3, 2 plus 1. So then we need to move over 1, 2, 3. So our decimal point will go right there. All right, let's try for number 2. The top factor has 1, 2 decimal places. The bottom factor has 2 decimal places. So 2 plus 2 would be 4. So we need to move over 4 decimal places. Starting from the right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. But we can't go 4 unless we put in some more zeros. Now we can see a little bit more clearly. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the decimal place goes there. So number 3 has 2 decimal places. The bottom one has 1, so we have to move 3. We can start from the right and go 1, 2, 3. We need to add a 0, and then we can put the decimal. Number 4, we've got 1 decimal place and 1 decimal place, so now we have 2 decimal places. 1, 2. Add the 0, put the decimal. Practice B, multiply. Let's look at number 5. So we're just going to multiply as normal. Start with 2. 2 times 5 is 10, 13, 19. Put a 0, and then 5, 6, 9. Add it up. Now we count the decimals. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the decimal point goes right in there. All right. A little sloppy to do it on this screen. We'll try to be a little bit more neat. I'll slide it over so we can do one of these problems. Let's start with 15, and we can line it up. 46 and 92 hundredths times 100th. So we get 2964. 0 times anything is still 0, so we are done doing the multiplication. We have to count up the decimal places. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 places to move. So starting to the right, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we put the decimal there. So we have 4,692 10,000ths. Let's try one more. We'll do 21, 5, and 59 hundredths times 6 tenths. So 6 times 9, 6 times 5, now we count up the decimal places. We've got 1, 2, 3 decimal places. So we'll move from the right 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll put the decimal. So the product is 3 and 354 thousandths. Everyday problem solving. Sam saw this advertisement in the newspaper. How much do 4 CDs cost? Multiply to find out. So we've got $12.95. We need 4 of them. So we can write 12.95 times 4. 20, 38, 11, and 5. Now, how many decimal places are there? 95 cents has 2. The whole number 4 doesn't have any. So we're moving 2 decimal places. Start from the right and go 1, 2, and then put the decimal. So 4 of these CDs will cost $51.80. Number 2, how much do 3 tapes cost? Multiply to find out. The tapes are $7.35 times 3. So you can do that math the same way in your notebook and try number 3 as well. And then you can work in your workbook for Chapter 10, Section 7. Please let me know if you have any questions or if you're not sure what a CD or a tape is. But thank you very much.